Israel's conditions for a ceasefire with Lebanon have been leaked, and one of those conditions is a partition plan. They want to split Lebanon up into 3 different sections. Israel and Lebanon are in the U.S. for ceasefire talks right now. This is a historic moment. This is the first time in over 40 years that diplomatic talks have been held between the two countries. And Israel seeks to undermine that diplomacy by suggesting a partition plan for Lebanon. Zone 1 would be an 8-kilometer buffer zone in the south, a permanent zone. There would be no return for displaced Lebanese living within that zone. Zone 2 is everything south of the Litani. It becomes a military operations zone, meaning permanent presence of Israeli troops to dismantle Hezbollah infrastructure. And only Israeli forces would get to decide when they leave the area, which likely means never. And Zone 3 is the rest of Lebanon, everything north of the Litani. Every single person displaced from the south will be pushed into that area. In this area, they said it's up to the Lebanese army to fully dismantle and disarm Hezbollah. And Israel won't withdraw from anywhere until that's done. This is occupation of South Lebanon. This follows the exact same framework, the same division of zones that they used in the Oslo Accords. Oslo divided the West Bank into areas A, B, and C, and was supposed to be a framework to lead to Palestinian statehood. What it led to instead was de facto annexation. That plan, that division of land, is why we are seeing so many illegal Israeli settler outposts pop up in Palestinian-controlled areas of the West Bank. That's why we see massive levels of settler violence. That's why we see resources for the Palestinian community completely controlled by Israel and rerouted to illegal settlements. They restrict their water usage, they restrict their access to arable farmland, they restrict their electricity usage, they restrict their internet usage. All in a bid to try to force the Palestinians to leave. And if they don't, well, they just take their homes anyway. And this is what they're suggesting for Lebanon. We've already seen this partition plan become a massive failure, leading to the annexation of the West Bank. I do not want to see it lead to the annexation of South Lebanon as well. Joseph Aoun, Nawaf Salem, I'm sorry, grow a pair and work for the people of your country to oppose this annexation plan.